Here are 2 short clips I edited and transcribed of Noam Chomsky answering questions about the Iranian elections.
The facts are not very clear. It wasn't constructed as anything like a fair election in the first place. The candidates were vetted by the clerical authorities, although you can say that there's something similar in Western societies where without very substantial wealth behind you, you can't really participate in elections. It's a different kind of vetting. But only certain candidates were permitted. And then right away, immediately after the election, the Interior Ministry, as far as we know, wherever we have evidence, the Interior Ministry sealed the ballot boxes and took them to their own headquarters, where they then came out with a figure, which doesn't look like a very credible figure, and the method of reaching it is in violation of their own laws and procedures, and of course undermines whatever credibility it might have. So we really don't know what happened. You can make some speculations, but the details are uncertain. It's a mixed system. It's in some ways more open and democratic than other regimes in the region, but the very structure of the election undermines a claim to full democratic participation, although, as I say, there are similar comments you can make about Western democracies. There are many speculations about what happened. I think the most plausible one that I've seen is by one Cole, specialist on the Middle East, academic specialist in the United States, who said, yes, we don't really know the details. The figures that the Interior Ministry came out with are not credible, and his guess is that what happened, he proposes a possible scenario. Perhaps when they saw the first votes, they recognized that their candidate, Ahmadinejad, might not get a majority, and he would need a majority to avoid a runoff. So they simply faked the votes, and the fakery was pretty transparent. However, it might be that he would have won in a fair election. That's just unclear. My own speculation is that he might very well have won by a much lower figure in a real election, but that the numbers were essentially faked to make sure that it was a solid victory.
There's a link to this article in the video info, and there's also a link to the full interview. And I want to thank all those who took my flyer at the Chomsky talk, which was at the Riverside Church. There's a link to my blog, which has the full text of the flyer that I was handing out, with the typo corrected.